According to Redfin, more and more sellers are paying for seller concessions, closing costs to the buyers, approximately 44%, up 5% from last year. This is a test over 50 of the most metropolitan areas in the United States. And they're saying that they're covering more so to offset higher taxes, HOA dues, and the cost because of economic uncertainty and interest rates, more so than in the past of covering for repairs. Builders are also saying that they're offering seller concessions and that they'd much rather offer those seller concessions than lower their sale price. They want to keep that sale price up so that when they don't have to give seller concessions, the house will still appraise. And single-family homes that are already built are not facing as much as concessions as condominiums and townhouses. Some are even covering HOA dues for 6-7 months up front for the home buyer to make it more affordable for them to get into that home. And we're seeing more and more offerings of 2-1 and 3-1 buy downs, giving that home buyer a temporary buy down on their interest rate that's significant, 2 points below the interest rate and 1 point below the interest rate for the next 2 to 3 years. Why is this happening? Well, home prices are relatively high, interest rates have remained relatively high, and there's economic uncertainty. With those three things, a lot of sellers have overpriced their homes, and so they either have to come down in the sale price or offer some seller concessions to attract that buyer. Why is this happening? Home prices have been a bit sluggish, sellers have overpriced their homes, and there's a bit of an economic uncertainty. The combination of these three things, along with interest rates, have caused sellers to hold onto their homes a little bit longer on market. So if they really want to sell their home, they either have to lower the sale price or offer some seller concessions. And so we're seeing 2 out of every 5 homes are being offered in seller concessions at this moment. Another interesting fact is that 13% of home sales were canceled last month. This is up slightly, 0.2% over last year. Why is this happening? Well, people are skittish. They're deciding that they don't want to sell their homes. They're trying to back out of contracts, and it's causing some uprooting in the housing market. With that being said, we are April moving into May, and I believe that we are going to have a relatively strong market here in Michigan. I don't see the same cyclical things that are happening in a lot of metropolitan areas happening in the Metro Detroit area. We'll see how that weaves itself over the next 90 days. Thanks for watching. This is Dawn Connors at Mortgage One, providing you fantastic mortgage solutions.